Hey, what is happening, you barbecued basculin? That's right, Lugia can literally play anything in it now, and that's thanks to the Earthen Vessel that discards a card from our hand and then allows us to search for 2 basic energy cards from our deck. Now, that does mean we are playing basic energy in Lugia, which has historically been an only special energy deck. Actually, I can't think of a build of Lugia ever where I included basic energy. I don't think it's existed. There was Broken Lugia pre-rotation, now there's Single Strike Lugia, Colorless Lugia. There was a 1-point Fusion Lugia. I've seen that before as well, but I've never seen basic energy in a Lugia build. But thanks to Earthen Vessel, we can now comfortably play basic energy in our Lugia deck. And this build right here, I specifically have the basic lightning energy and basic fire energy to combo with the Iron Hands. Of course, Iron Hands is probably the best EX. Maybe not. Roaring Moon's pretty good. One of the best EXs from Paradox Rift. The amp you very much 120. Then we get to draw an extra prize card. That's pretty good. More prize cards is better. And then I also have a basic fire in here for the Radiant Charizard. I do play a Luminous Energy still, but the reason to play the basic fire energy is so we can attack with the Combustion Blast for 250 before our opponent has 2 prize cards remaining. If we only have the Luminous Energy in here, we'll only be able to use it on the Charizard when my opponent has 2 prize cards remaining, because we'll have to get that reduced attack cost from the ability from the Radiant Charizard. So by playing a basic fire energy, we can put like a basic fire plus the gift, or 2 gifts, or 2 gifts and a jet or something, and we can use that Combustion Blast a lot sooner than when our opponent has 2 prize cards remaining. So I only have the Iron Hands EX here and the Radiant Charizard in here right now, but you could theoretically play so much more stuff. I had a basic water in here to start off with in the build, so that way we could use the Aqua Return of the Lumineon, which is one of the most powerful tools that the Lugia deck had access to pre-rotation, having those Aurora energy, being able to use Aqua Return, put your Lumineons in play, abuse the Luminous Sign, and then get them out of play with the Aqua Return so our opponent can't take advantage of us having a pretty low HP 2 prize Pokemon in play. We lost Aurora energy, so that was no longer an option, but now that we're going to this Vessel build, I was like, hey, water energy kind of makes sense to include, but after trying it, this deck is so much more aggressive with Iron Hands, and we have so many more 2 prize Pokemon in play because of stuff like Iron Hands that the Lumineon becomes way less of a liability. And it doesn't really matter that we have a Lumineon sitting on our bench, because we're winning the next turn by attacking with Iron Hands again if our opponents can KO our Iron Hands. And I actually do play 2 Iron Hands in here. This is a super aggressive build built around the Iron Hands. So 2 Iron Hands, 3 basic Lightnings, only 2 Vessels, but we could have more than that. Another cool interaction with the Vessels in this deck is that it does require us to discard a card to utilize, but that's actually almost like a plus in the Lugia deck, because more ways to discard Archeops is something that the Lugia deck has been missing ever since Quick Ball rotated. So yeah, Lugia is definitely not a fan of discarding more cards from the hand with stuff like Earthen Vessels. That's another like plus of Earthen Vessel in this deck. It's another way to get Archeops into the discard pile. And I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different things with this. You could potentially include something like Shaman V to help the Charizard matchup. I think that would be a pretty reasonable inclusion. Shaman V with a grass energy would be good. There's a ton of different things you could experiment with to include in this deck. I think the baseline though is Iron Hands with Lightnings, of course, and then the Radiant Charizard. I don't know if you have to play the basic Fire Energy, but I've been liking it so far, so I'm probably going to keep it around. Being able to use that Combustion Blast a little bit earlier is just kind of nice, but I could see maybe just rocking the Luminous and having that be enough. For the rest of the attackers in here, of course, we have our Lugia. It's just a 3-2 Lugia line. I'm really heavy on the Pokemon search in this build. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Aroma, 4 Great Ball, and 4 Mesagoza. Like I was talking about earlier, I initially had the basic water energy in here, but then I was like, I just don't need to Aqua Return. I don't want to Aqua Return. Then I was like, if I don't want to Aqua Return, and I already have like Iron Hands in play as a 2 prize Pokemon my opponent can take advantage of, how much value do I really get out of Collapsed Stadium? Like, collapsing away my Lumineon doesn't really matter as much when I'm attacking with an Iron Hands in my active, and they can get 2 prize cards anyway. So I have 0 Collapsed Stadium in here. Path to the Peak can still be worrisome, so I still have a 4 Stadium count, but it's just 4 Mesagoza. Flipping coins, finding Pokemon, that's the name of the game with this deck fully now. 4 Mesagoza, no Collapse, because like I said, is Lumineon really a liability when we're attacking with an Iron Hand? Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. So, no Collapse, 4 Mesagoza. For the supported lineup, pretty usual suspects here. 4 Research, 2 Iono, 1 Burnet. I also have the 4 Bosses Orders. I was rocking 4 Bosses Orders in my colorless Lugia before Paradox Rift, and it felt really, really good. And it almost feels better now that we have Iron Hands in the deck, because, yeah, just going around our opponent's big Pokemon to bring up their Greninja or their Frigibax or their Bidoof or their B-Barrel or their Charmander, whatever, just get 2 prize cards instead of punching into their active EX, makes things a little bit easier for sure. If they have something weird in the active as well that we can't quite KO for 2 prize cards, it's like a 1 prize Pokemon that the Iron Hands can't quite KO, then we can boss around it, get 2 prize cards for the turn. So 4 Bosses Orders in here to really enable the Iron Hands. I've even thought about including a Echoing Horn. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm not sure about the Echoing Horn. Seems kind of cool. The Mew EX in here, a little bit of draw power with the restart, but also a very solid attacker up against like Charizard or to copy Greninja, stuff like that. Not really sold on the Mew EX actually after playing some games though. Getting to the point where genome hacking actually matters when we're attacking with Iron Hands is just not as relevant, to be honest. Genome hacking is just not as good as it was before the Iron Hand, so I might cut the Mew EX. We have one Snorlax in here. The Snorlax has been good. It's nice to have just a nice beefy one prize attacker to attack with. We don't want to be knocking out like, I don't know, my opponent's Radiant Charizard with a Lugia when we can knock it out with a Snorlax or something like that. Also, being able to have a one prize on our active sometimes over a two prizer is also a pretty big plus. We're like 2k on a Charizard EX maybe or something like that. I don't know, it can come up. One of Snorlax is definitely nice. For the energy lineup, 4 gift, 4 double turbo. Double turbos I think we definitely want at 4. The 4 gift also makes sense because there's not really any other energy we really want to include. I don't have a therapeutic energy in the deck currently. I might put one of those back in over like a jet energy. I do have a couple jets in here. The jets got a lot worse though, and I've actually thought about playing a pivot Pokemon potentially, like a Cyclozar or like the Morpeko from the new set, just to have like something in play with that gives me free retreat that's not a 2-prize Pokemon like the Mew EX, because if we want to attack with Iron Hands, if we want to attack with Radiant Charizard through the basic energy, our attachment for turn has to be those basic energy. We can't attach the jet energy and jet the Iron Hands into the active unless we've already had it sitting on our bench for a turn and we've already attached a lightning to it. So we gotta kind of attach the lightning for turn to the Iron Hands or the fire to the Radiant Charizard for turn. We can't jet it as well. So the jets really aren't that good in the deck, to be honest, and those can kind of become anything. Maybe there should just be 0 jet in this build, especially if we include more different basic energy attackers. Like I said, Shaman V for the Charizard matchup, something like that could be really, really good. So we might want to look to include those as well instead. Another card that I've been thinking about including in here, maybe, but it depends on how many basic energy of each energy we play. Like currently it would work well with the Radiant Charizard and even the Iron Hands because I have 3 lightning in here, but Thornton is also another card that could be cool to include. Like if we played the Shaman V and played 2 basic grass energy, you could attack with 1 Shaman V and then Thornton it into play after it gets KO'd. You have to get another grass energy. You have to play 2 grass energy. Is that too much? Is 1 grass energy plus 1 Shaman enough? But another thing to think about, there's still a lot of work to be done on this deck. And then, yeah, the 1 Luminous in here as well, because towards the end of the game, we can utilize Charizard with just the special energy, and we can always find it with the Archeops, whereas the fire energy we either have to draw into or we have to find an Earthen Vessel to find the fire energy. So the Archeops being able to just consistently find the Luminous energy for us at the end of the game is nice, and it's also just a colorless energy we can throw on the Iron Hands to attack with, on the Snorlax to attack with, on the Lugia to attack with, so it doesn't really hurt us too much. So that's my current build of the anything Lugia deck, where you can literally play anything in this basically that makes sense to play. I wouldn't literally play anything, but anything that makes sense to play is probably worth including or trying out for sure. But there's a lot of work to be done on this build specifically. I think it's a pretty baseline start. Hands is good, Charizard's good, but what else do we want to hear? That kind of depends on what the meta looks like, to be honest. What the meta looks like going forward. But a lot of new cards to try out still for sure. And with that said, I'm sure you guys got a lot of old cards that you don't want anymore. A lot of bulk Pokemon TCG cards that you're looking to get rid of. Well, thanks to TCG Bulk, it's now easier than ever to get rid of your bulk. TCG Bulk is a service where they connect people who are trying to buy bulk TCG cards with people who are trying to get rid of bulk TCG cards. I'm sure a lot of you who are listening to me talking right now have a lot of bulk Pokemon TCG cards that you don't need anymore. So head over to bulk or tcgbulk.com or download their app directly on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and getting rid of your TCG bulk. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into some action. If you want some more gameplay from me with this Lugia build, I got some more action up on the secondary YouTube channel. Check that out, AzulGG 2. And if you haven't heard, I am live streaming here on the YouTube channel now, so you can check that out every single day that I'm not traveling or competing in a tournament. I will be live streaming. So yeah, streaming every single day, and the stream VODs will be available here on the main YouTube channel as well. If you can't catch the live streams live, but you still want to catch some of the action, check out the VODs under the live tab here on the main YouTube channel, and let's get into it.
I really want to give them Mesagoza, but I also want to get a Lugia V, so at least you have the turn to attack no matter what. We'll take it. Lug V. Oh, I didn't put the list in the Discord yet. I'll do that after this game. So Jirachi, so we're probably up against Charizard. That's the only deck that I think will like consistently play the Jirachi. Will probably be Charizard, but we'll see. We will see. Capes are bad in Lugia. Tool cards in general are just really bad in Lugia. Yeah, I got 1 Burnet in here. Yeah, it's probably Charizard. Here comes the squad. There we go. Doof. And the Goza. Oof, unlucky. That's right. Look at him next time. This is like weird though. I don't play any Jet, so I like can't get my Lugia into the active this turn. Like I'm attacking with Snorlax, which isn't like bad, but like I'd rather attack with Lugia this turn. But I don't play any Jet, so I literally can't do it. It makes me like want to have like a pivot in the deck. That's not Mew EX. So I don't want to just like aggressively put Mew EX in play. That's like not the play. Oof, it's a pretty good turn from them. Cape allows Mew EX to KO the moon though. Wait, what do you mean? The Cape allows Mew EX to KO the moon? Honestly, if I top deck Boss, I maybe just go Boss KO the B-Barrel that they evolve, because they have a 1-card hand. I guess they could evolve double B-Barrel. Dude, Boss KO B-Barrel here is really good, actually. I hope I top deck a Boss here. I guess they could just evolve. I mean, they have a 1-card hand, though. It has to be Charizard, then. We didn't hit anyways. Okay. I get rid of my lightning or my water energy. I don't want to use a double turbo. Probably the water. Oh, you're saying so the Mew can copy Frenzied Gouging. I see what you're saying. Otherwise, we just KO ourselves. It's still not worth playing, I don't think. I mean, I don't want to give them Mesagoza. Bro, giving them 6 cards there was so cringe. That was so cringe. I mean, Archeops are in my hand. I'll play this. What I want to top deck a... Well, actually, I'm shuffling the deck now, though. Maybe this wasn't worth playing. I really want to shuffle the deck here. I don't want to put Lumineon in play either. Man, this sucks. This is rough. Honestly, just like a Swarm of Lax does not sound bad. Lax Swarm seems pretty good. Lax Swarm hands. I think we probably just go to... Attacking with Lumineon probably just never happens, to be honest. I like the idea of it, but I don't think it actually ever happens. So we probably need to... Oh, I got the research off the prize card. That's pretty cool. They can KO my active, then I can punch them. But I want to punch them for 220, so then I can go. Do I even have enough energy to do that though? Do I have enough energy in the deck to go? I get 3 prize cards here. I can't boss my hands at that point, but they could just boss anything else. But they have to get the boss, to be honest. And this build is way harder for them to find boss with this build. I can also want to KO Zard at the end of the game as well with Mew as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'll push Lugia. So I even need to use hands? I don't have to use hands, I guess. Let me push this. Alright, wait, I can use something. Oh, there's a Snorlax in my discard pile. I was like, wait, what can I get? Alright, let's just get a Chops. Very nice. Alright, it's working out so far. Alright, I'm gonna throw it on the hands with the lightning. Now I have to get 4. I don't even know if the energies are in there, but I just want to find out. I can hit this for 220, then I can KO it. Yeah. But do I have 4 double turbo energy in the deck? I do. Okay. I have my fire energy left because I don't want to lose all my gifts. I do have my fire. Okay. We can go. Normal turbo again. Oh no, but how do I attack with the hands now though? How can I attack with the hand? I have all my energy in my hand. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I gotta make sure. I gotta like have the play available, I guess. I don't have to have the play available. We are keeping it available though. What do I want to do this? Do I even want to be using these? I mean, I should probably keep the vessel around. I probably shouldn't even use the Great Ball. Just hold it. Nah, I'll go with it again. Because if I get a basic, I just get the Charizard and put it on my bench, right? I don't mind doing that. I feel like the Charizard is the best thing to have here on my bench, right? Yeah, probably. I don't know. But if I want to use... Dude, this is so weird. So I'm doing 220. I do want to bump the stadium. This is definitely weird. This is definitely an awkward situation for sure. Oh, no, I can't Lumineon. Oh, I should have actually left the bench space open because I could Lumineon for Iono to put these on the bottom of the deck. Oh, they got me. Let's go. Appreciate it, opponent. Thank you. Oh, but I need that basic lightning back, though, don't I? Oh, I got 2 in the deck. I need to draw 1 of the basic energies, right? I think so. You can just arm press 2. No, but I want to get the extra prize card, don't I? Arm press for 2 is not good enough here, I don't think. Well, hey, and if I just go Lugia and knockout for 2, isn't that good enough to win the prize trade? Lugia knockout for 2. Yeah, maybe that's just fine, to be honest. Lugia knockout for 2. Because they just punched me. So now I go Lugia knockout for 2. I'm down to 3. They go draw 2. No, actually, that's not enough, to be honest. I don't think that's enough. What energy do I have left? Basic fire. If I get the basic lightning, I could get the KO. Alright, I'm just gonna grab the therapeutic. I get boss K on my hands next turn is what I'm afraid of. Can I even use the Mew anymore? I could use the Mew to hit for not enough, so I can like get rid of these 2. Iono the gift to the bottom of the deck. Like an Iono, gift to the bottom. Draw into lightning energy or vessel. Now we're cooking. Patch lightning. Primal turbo for the gift. Then I have... Wait, where'd the double turbo go? Oh, it's in my hand. Okay. Gift. Retreat. Dude, what an absurd sequence right there. Play this just to burn it. If I get heads or tails, I don't think I get anything because I want to draw more cards off gift. I just want to draw the extra card off gift. And then amp you very much. Knockout. 3 prize cards. 2 prize cards left. What do we get? There's a double turbo prize for sure, right? Oh, there's a gift prized. Okay. Gift prized. Radiant Zard up for them. Radiant Zard does KO me. I can KO the Radiant Zard back with Lugia. I'll go down to 3 prize cards remaining, and then I can win the game with Radiant Zard, I guess. How many double turbos are prized? There's still 1 prize, right? Yeah, there's 1 double turbo prized. I need that double turbo. I want that double turbo. Yeah, the hands play could also work, but if they gust KO'd my hands before I get to use it, then I'm kind of screwed, was like the problem. Good night, how are you? Did you already try to build a Skeleturge deck list? No, I've not tried any Skeleturge. I probably won't for a little while. Maybe eventually, though. Why play basic fire versus the luminous? I play 1 of each. You can play you play the basic fire because, well, you don't have to play the basic fire, but the idea of the basic fire is you can attack with the Charizard sooner than the end of the game. Yeah, the idea of it is that you can attack with the Charizard sooner than the end of the game. Appreciate the prime sub there, Paolo. Welcome to the rat pack. We're all out of stoves, but we have plenty of microwaves. Dude, there's the toad. Bro, everyone has the toad in their deck. It's a bad time to be playing Chi and Pao on the ladder, bro. We've hit so many of these Bib Zards with the Toad Scroll. It's a really bad time. Really, really bad time. Okay, knockout. So I just knock out their active with Lugia. And honestly, I might go Lumineon for Iono here. I just play an Iono to put this stuff back in the deck. Or could Iono first? Well, do I even have Iono left is a question as well. Ooh, there's the fire energy. So I can go attach fire. Attach fire. Iono. Iono this out to there. Sure, because then I get the fire set up as well. But then I also need to like get the double turbo out of my prize cards as well. Catch fire. Play Iono. Then we play this, and then Vessel whatever we get off this away. Actually, there might not be any evolutions left. I might have one Archeops left. I have 2 Archeops left. Even better. Rid of that. Oh, does it actually ever get weird though? Because what if they gust around my gift energy now? Oh, maybe I trolled a little bit here. What if they gust around my gift energy? Yeah, they could just gust around my gift energy here now, right? Now I don't have... Well, I need to keep it out for the... Well, I had the boss in hand. So maybe I should have just held the hand. I had the fire. Getting the fire in play ahead of time was so good though. Huh. So I guess I should have held the... I should have held the Capturing Aroma. I should have held the Capturing Aroma and the Vessel is what I should have done. Yeah, I should have held Capturing Aroma and Vessel. That's what I should have done. Hold Capturing Aroma, hold Vessel. Yeah, so I like played a little bit too aggressively there. Then if I top deck Ultra Ball, Boss, or whatever it's called. Yeah, but now my opponent could like Boss KO my Lumineon and then I just don't. I just lose. Unless I top deck specifically Boss's orders. Or Lumineon. I can't even use Ultra Ball now though because I overextended my hand. For some reason in my head I was like, okay, well they did knock out my active. In my head I was like, they have to KO my active Pokemon. But they really don't have to KO my active here. But they did KO my active here. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I guess it worked out. It worked out. And we got our boss and we got our dub. Punch. Yeah, I don't know if the basic fire is worth playing, to be honest, but if you have the vessels in here, it's interesting because you can attack with the Radiant Charizard sooner than you normally would have been able to, which is probably like pretty good up against like Roaring Moon and stuff, like Roaring Moon and Miraidon.